Do you guys have a Hart Trophy favorite for the season so far?
Leon.
Yeah, Leon.
Yeah?
I mean, I would put Dustin Wolf in there. I think we talked about that a few times, right?
And not if
Like
they miss the playoffs.
Like a vote, though? Would you give him like a fifth place vote or something?
No.
You wouldn't even give him a
I have
vote?
5, I think, above Wolf.
Okay, who do you got?
Somewhere, this is not in order, but the 5 to me would be Kucherov, McKinnon, Draisaitl. And then Hellebuck gets in there.
Oh.
And then
That's gotta kill you.
like I wanna lean to Quinn Hughes just because all of he's done as like the single
There's no
sole-
way.
much.
the
No
single
way.
sole producer of offense for the Canucks, but he hasn't. They haven't been good enough, I guess. So I'd have to figure out the 5th. Maybe it's Wolf, but I don't think so.
You think Marner gets any votes?
Martin would be interesting, like just
He's
for
5th
yeah,
in
for
the
how much
NHL.
he's held up the Leafs for that stretch when he was the only player going for them.
He should get a vote or two.
Makar is an interesting case, but he plays with McKinnon, so that's hard to do it.
What if the Blue Jackets make it?
That's what I was about to say next. If the Blue Jackets sneak in the playoffs, I think Zach Werenski deserves that 5th spot. So it's kind of dependent on who's making the playoffs in the bottom part. But I think one of those players on those lesser teams that have been holding up their teams deserves one of those Hart Trophy votes. And I think it might be Werenski if the Blue Jackets can sneak in.
Is Jesper Bratt like the most underrated player in the league?
Yes, easily.
That's crazy.
Yes.
He's what is it? 8th?
9th the league in scoring. Yeah, 20 goals, 66 assists.
And how many Devils do you talk about before him?
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like in terms of, well, assuming everyone's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
He there were games for Sweden I thought he was their best player. That's a crazy player.
Wow. So you guys are leaning Leon just because of the goal scoring?
I think
It was Leon before the injury for me, and yeah, like McDavid's been regular. Like, I mean, by his standards, he's still
he doesn't have 160 points this year.
Yeah, he's a top 10 scorer. He's unbelievable. But like, he's been the best Oiler.
Sure, but you got players on better teams with better performances.
Does Kyle Connor sneak a couple votes in?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. But like I'm
Unless
giving that
team-
vote to Hellebuck over Connor.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If Team USA's coaching staff is voting on it, he probably doesn't. Thank you for that. Every Canadian wants to thank you for scratching him in the final. That's the
moronic.
Best
We'll take it.
bounce Canada got at that tournament. That was really dumb.
Yeah.
So best player on best team is you gotta lean Jets and Connor Hellebuck.
Yeah.
If you're going top point getter on a top playoff team, it's Kucherov or McKinnon, depends on who wins that battle. They're tied at 109 right now.
Wow.
So that's an interesting case.
Wow.
If you want to go best goal scorer, the guy who's I think done the most for his team just because of who is on his team, and Connor McDavid, who hasn't been Connor McDavid, but Leon Draisaitl has been amazing. Like that, you probably lean Draisaitl then. So there's a case for different guys here. It's an interesting Hart Trophy year.
You got to use your imagination a little bit, and like, we know what the Oilers are good at. We know what they're bad at. And without Leon, like, do they even make the playoffs? And like, I'm not even kidding. He's that good.
But you can say that about any team, right? McKinnon, do the Avalanche make the playoffs?
Oh, definitely not.
Right. So you got the same cases in a couple different instances.
Yeah.
Kucherov's a little different, but with Kucherov, like he's like he's scoring points at like a rate nobody else on the Lightning is.
Yeah. Have you considered though? Screw that guy.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. I just think we should screw that guy into
He
consideration.
could have. So
That's
wait,
true.
he's tied for the league lead in points.
Yes.
McKinnon and Kucherov both have 109 points.
So that means
Again.
Kucherov passed up the chance to pass and become the sole leader when he passed up that empty net the other day. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. They eventually got one, but yeah, that was egregious. And he's also done it in less games. So he's done it in 69 games. McKinnon has done it in 74 games.
And the Lightning have not taken up a lot of the headlines this year the way that they have in previous years. They've been really good. Like, seriously.
Oh, we know.
I'm still going to say screw that guy, but also he's really sick.
I don't know why Vasilevsky might be the league's most disrespected superstar. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know what your criteria is for star versus superstar, but like
Big pads.
He was there's that. He was
That's my
the
criteria.
best goalie in the world for like half a decade, and he has like an off season and a half. Oh shit! Lost the series to the Leafs. This guy sucks.
And he was injured.
And then he's right back to it.
Yeah.
He's right back to being one of the best goalies in the world, and no one.
I'm curious about if that Lightning and Panthers series goes ahead, because I know Bobrovsky's been a little not the Bobrovsky we've seen the last couple of years lately. But I also think part of that is, I mean, what are we doing? Like, are we going to do this now, or are we going to do this in round one?
You can't floor it every day.
You can't.
Well, I would love you to, and it's fun to think that you can.
But you can't.
Yeah.
And so both of those guys are known for turning it on in the playoffs. And I wonder, that's why I hope that series happens. Also, as a Leaf fan, I want them to win the division.
I hope it's the first
They have never
series-
won the Atlantic.
I hope it's the first series to go 13 games.
Honestly, but it will be like, can you tell me if it's going to be high scoring or not? I don't know, because both of those guys are going to turn it on
To start.
It will be, and then it'll tighten up.
And then it'll be like -1 to -2 in overtime. Yeah.
It'll be nuts.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good matchup, man.
To add to Leon's case, he leads the league in game-winning goals. He's got 11 on the year, which is absurd. He also leads
Steven Lorentz would like a word.
He also leads the league in overtime goals with 6.
Wow.
So
Jeez.
when those big moments happen and you need that goal to win the game, Draisaitl showing up, which I feel like it should add to
That
this case.
absolutely
It should matter.
Yeah.
He's also tied for first in even strength points, and we all know power play points don't count.
Don't count.
So, I think that's key.
No, I give it to Leon.
Damn.
Yeah.